Hey, cousins. So the whole Judge Mathis situation has blown up where Judge Mathis' wife has gone to file for divorce, and there's so many speculations. And I am amazed. I'm amazed at the number of people who is saying where is she going with her old coochie? That's basically what they're saying. Like, she think there's a better man out there than Judge Mathis. At this age, she's going back out in the streets. And for y'all that's getting heart attacks over me saying they're 70s and they're in their 60s, they're 70. Okay, I'm 46. Ask me how old I am. How old are you, cousin Jens? 50. Okay, they're old. Basically, they're older. They are an older couple. So calm down on your conniption and having heart attacks and strokes. Oh my God, because the Jens, they're not 70s, they're 70. You're 60, you're 70. You're in your late 40s, but we'll use 50. Okay? Anyways, this idea that Miss Linda is going back out in the streets because she thinks she can find a better man or some younger dick out there. It bugs me. I've listened to a lot of men over the last couple of days trying to find at least one person, one male, that is talking about Judge Mathis, and not one of them asked the question, but what did he do? What did Judge Mathis do for his wife of 40 years to get up and go file for divorce? I just want to hear one male on YouTube or into the Facebook groups ask the question, but what happened? They think she's just getting up to go file for divorce because there's a better man out there. She's going back to the streets. She's about to go put her old coochie back out there. Not one of them asks, well, what did Judge Mathis do? Because after all, you're not about to get up and leave your husband in your 70s after 40 years to go back to the streets to find you a better man. I don't think so. That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey, cousins, how y'all? I miss y'all. I'm back home. I'm back home, girl. And I'm off for the rest of the week. I absolutely love you, adore you. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for those of you who's been picking up my books and cash apping me. Thank you for the getting me some ice cream, girl. I'm eating a lot of ice cream. My doctor said I should stop eating ice cream. She said I gotta stop. I'm fat, basically. She said that without me saying. I'm gonna come back and talk as Judge Mathis' wife, The Naked Wife. This book is my second #1 bestseller, available on Amazon. Thank you for showing me love and support. We still don't know why Judge Mathis' wife went and filed for divorce. There's all kind of rumors out there about maybe he cheated and so on. Maybe she's leaving him and she thinks she can find something better. Maybe it ain't no money he broke. No, Judge Mathis is worth $25 million, 24 point something. Might as well round it all up to make it 25. You know how we like to round things up over here, okay? If you 61 years old, ma'am, you are 70, okay? if you're 45, ma'am, you're 50, okay? We like to round it up. Judge Mathis is worth $25 million. So the idea that she's leaving him because they ain't making the money that they used to make, I don't believe that. They've been together since college. See, Aunty Linda, we're going to call her Aunty Linda. Aunty Linda is one of the original pick-me's. But that's what they did back then, right? Our our most of our aunties and our mothers, they got with men, they struggle with them, right? They're in school. Auntie Linda allows Judge Mathis to work 15 hours a week so he can study. 15 hours. Now, 30 years ago when I was in college, see, I told you all I'm 50, girl. Work study was 20 hours. I don't know what it is now. I think it's still 20 hours. I don't know. For work study, you have to work 20 hours per week. But Auntie Linda, allow Uncle Joe to work 15 hours a week so he can study and concentrate on school, right? That's what y'all did back then. Y'all struggled together, you built it together, right? Greg, I said Joe, Uncle Greg. For the poor people who thinks, oh, she's leaving because she won half. I don't know. She got 25 million. Why would she leave just so she could have for 25, 12 million? Don't you think something must have happened in the marriage that Auntie Linda is saying, no, boo-boo, I'm not about to do this. I'm not going out like this. The number of men that thinks that no matter what a man does, the wife should stay is absolutely ridiculous. Let me tell you, before I married my husband, I made sure he understood. Let me tell you how serious I am. You know, in your wedding vows where it said for richer and poorer? I ain't said no richer and poorer, honey. I said richer and richer on my wedding. The church fell out. And pastor just kept on going. Richer and richer. You know, it's in sickness and in health, for richer and poor, for richer and richer. This idea that she's leaving because she just wants to have, but she has 25 million. With him, she has 25 million. She leaves, she's gonna get half. And y'all have a problem with her getting half when she let this man work 15 hours while she carried the family while he studied. Well, but she shouldn't get half. Of course she should get half. She struggled with him. She took care of him when they had nothing. And another thing I want to encourage ladies, this is one of these other couples that y'all look at and see, look, you see, Judge Mathis and Auntie Linda, they struggled together. She saw potential in him. Well, they were both in college. It's not like she was in college and he didn't even have a high school diploma. And let's not forget his story about he got locked up. He was out there in the streets. He got locked up and he was in jail for a few months and the judge gave him a second chance and he took it. You know, that's God will work for you. So she held him down for all those years while he studied and became a lawyer and a judge and had to fight for the Supreme Court to give him his law degree. And she held him down and paid the bills. And now that he got on his feet and he's a multimillionaire and the marriage is not working out, she shouldn't get half. She better get half. As a matter of fact, she should get 3/4. Only God knows what Auntie Linda had put up with Uncle Greg all these years. I don't think Auntie Linda is getting up and leaving her husband just to leave her husband. Okay, the rumors out there, babies in the streets. I don't know. I didn't see no article I can read. I'm just saying, allegedly, that's what people are saying. They think because, once couples go to Hollywood, that destroy their marriage. I don't know. I ain't seen no article I can read. But there's an article, a family friend saying, no, nothing scandalous happened. Uncle Greg just keeps working 70, 80 hours a week. And he had promised Auntie Linda that, once the kids are grown and out the house, we going to travel and spend all this money. Well, according to the word on the street, Uncle Greg is cheap. Not frugal, cheap. That he'll go to restaurants and pull and have coupons. I don't think there's anything wrong with coupons. Now he Uncle Greg ain't trying to spend no money. And he had promised Auntie Linda that once, things they get older and things slow down, they're gonna start traveling the world and seeing the world and spending this money. But no, he want to keep working. And I think this is, I hope somebody can write about this. Maybe I'll write about it in my financial book. This is, to me, one of the tragedy of poverty, is that when you were poor, you didn't have no money to spend. But now you have some money you can spend. You don't want to spend no money because you think you're going to be in poverty again. And of course, I believe in balance. I believe in living a comfortable life. My husband and I, the kids, we live a comfortable. We just went on vacation. When we go on vacation, we ain't getting a one room with two beds. Boo-boo, we get in a suite, 2-bedroom suite and 2 bathrooms. We're eating out every night. Because I believe in comfort. I believe in balance. I believe in you're going to have some fun money. You're going to live, you're going to work and live a little bit, right? We're going to save for the college and the retirement and the savings and the emergency fund. By next year, hopefully, by summer of next year, we believe that we will be able to pay off our house. We could have been paid the house off, but then we would be up to our necks, and I can't live up to our necks like that. So it will take us 12 years, hopefully, fingers crossed if everything works out, fingers crossed to pay off a 30-year mortgage. And we're looking for a forever home that we hope to buy cash. And so one of the tragedies of being so broke that you will have no money is that when you have money, you don't know how to spend it. You're scared to spend it because you're scared you're going to get broke again. But if you have different buckets of money, of savings, this is the emergency fund, this is the retirement money, this is the fund money. And after Miss Linda done struggled, Auntie Linda done struggled and built him, yeah, it's time for us to enjoy. And the baby child is 34. He grown. That ain't no baby. That's a grown. A 21 or 24-year-old, you would say that's a baby, but a 34-year-old, no, that's grown. And maybe she's just tired. Tired of what? We don't know what Auntie Linda put up with for 40 years, y'all. Can you imagine all the stuff she done put up with and dealt with for 40 years? All the accusations? And if he talks to her and treat her like he do them people on TV, he talked to her crazy. Can you imagine? Maybe he did something he just kept on doing, and she just kept on giving grace until you couldn't get, there's just no, I don't have any grace left. Maybe her peace, PEAC, maybe her peace is more important than holding up the fakery of a happy marriage. Now, see me, I believe in going to marriage counseling. Maybe they went to marriage counseling. Maybe he feel like because he's a judge, maybe he don't need nobody counseling. And let me tell you something else my pastor told my husband and me. Whatever you did to get each other, you have to keep doing it to keep each other. A lot of men get married and they get sidetracked. They get bored. They don't take you out. They're not sending you flowers. They don't send you cupcakes. Recently, my husband called me and said, "Babe, go downstairs. T is downstairs." My husband's best friend name is T. He said T's downstairs. He got something for you. I say, T downstairs? What are you doing here? She said, just go downstairs. There's tea's downstairs. And I went downstairs, and my husband had his best friend to go to one of the most expensive and delicious cupcake places in the city and brought me some cupcake. I mean, stuff like that. You have to keep burning the fire. Don't let the fire go out. Send her some flowers, send her some cookies, take her out on a date, text her, call her. How are you? How's your day? My husband dropped me off for work. And then by the time he gets to his office or gets back home, because my husband work hybrid, he'll call me to say, I'm just calling to make sure you got in okay. I mean, little stuff like that will keep the fire burning. Let me tell you, if it's like 11 o'clock and my husband don't call me, I'm like, hold up. Well, what's going on? I heard from Mike. What's going on? I'm calling him. Mike, what's up? Wait, I heard from you. Little stuff like that keeps the fire burning. Wives, little stuff we have to do for our husband, the things that they like. My husband loves very nice fluffy towels. He calls me the towel fairy. Because every time he opened the linen closet, his towels are there. If they go down little, they use it and they go down a little bit. By the time he get home, baby, that place is packed. He's like, ooh, the towel fairy showed up. Little stuff we have to do. Your marriage is like anything else. Your marriage is like your teeth. I went to the dentist the other day for my 6-month check. She's going to tell me I have a cavity. I almost fell out the chest. Excuse you. A cavity? I said, how? The way I floss and brush. She said, well, your teeth are very, 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 very tight. Tight. But if I didn't go to the dentist 6 months ago, and 6 months ago when I went in November, I was fine. 6 months later, she said, you have a little baby cavity. Your marriage is just like your body, right? You got to go to the doctor. You got to get your blood work. I did my physical a few months ago, did my blood work. There's some things I needed to work on. And 6 months later, redo the blood work. I did what she told me to do. I cut down the food a little bit. I did the blood work. And she said, ooh, it's beautiful. My iron was low. She was like, you got to do this, do that. I said, I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna take these iron pills my other doctor told me about. Took my iron pills. I was taking about 4 or 5 iron pills a day. 6. She was like, ooh, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. She said your B12 was too high. You stop with the B12. When the blood, perfect. Right? It's your marriage is like your body. You have to keep on working on it. You got to get checkup on it. You got to do blood work. You got to make sure you're checking. It's like your eyes. But couples get married and they just leave the marriage alone. You don't blow on the fire. You don't try to take care of your marriage. You don't spend time together. You don't spend alone time. My husband and I, we call it Adam and Eve Day. Ever so often, we'll take a day and it's just me and him here because we don't like to leave our kids with babysitters. So we take Adam and Eve days and we just spend the day together here. Sometimes he'll pick me up for lunch. Let's go to lunch. Or he'll say, baby, go to work late. Let's go have breakfast. Little stuff like that you have to do to keep your marriage going. And if you don't, it's going to fizzle out. So all these men talking about Miss Linda's going back to the streets. I don't think she's leaving her husband to go back to the streets. I think she's tired of whatever he's been doing. I've been talking to you about it. You're not about to make the adjustment. I got to go. If you don't want to spend this $25 million and let's go travel the world, I'm sure she's not going to spend all of it. Travel the world. Spend some of it. Let's take $1 million and travel the world for a year and go see the world. You're not about to do that? Okay, give me my $12.5 million. I'll go do it by myself. But no, I don't think Miss Linda is leaving her husband to go back to the streets. I don't think she's leaving her husband to go find no young dingaling. She's been with the man 40 years. She struggled with him. When he ain't had nothing, she took care of him and built him up. So now it's time for us to go spend this money. This idea that she's too old to be leaving her husband. You're never too old to enjoy your peace. Because let me tell you, ain't nothing in this world like your peace. I don't care what people say, boo-boo. There is nothing like peace in this world. And if her peace is worth getting away from Judge Mathis, that's what it is. Now, I hope they can work the marriage out, whatever it is. But if it's adultery and the baby, honey, I don't think she gonna work that out. I don't think that can be worked out. They're saying there's a 30-something-year-old out there that she just found out about. Maybe that child won the money. I don't know, allegedly. But anyways, my cousins, I have to go. Absolutely love you. Come on back. Come on back. I'll probably have another video for you later. Thanks for showing me love on my books. They're all available on Amazon. If you haven't left me a glowing 5-star review, please be sure to do so. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Talk to you later. Let me know what you think. Bye.